Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the topics I was hoping that we would get to, which is about family,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you
Mm-hmm.
touched on it. And so you're saying that up to about 8 years, the influencer for many children are going to be their caregivers or their family members, especially parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen an example, like in your 20 plus years of practicing physical therapy, where you've seen families do a really good job, and maybe families who didn't do such a good job in like letting the children play or be
Right.
or get into movement, right?
Right. So as context, my role as a physical therapist is working with mostly kids with long-term disabilities like cerebral palsy or Down syndrome.
Mm,
It also includes kids who are deconditioned. It includes working with kids who have some injuries too. I have tons of examples of parents elevating themselves as models of creating play and physical activity. In fact, I would put the bulk, I would put the cohort of families who I've worked with over 21 years against any other set of families in this world for what selfless, proactive, dig deep, grit-like play promoting physical activity, health promoting, life promoting parenting looks like.
wow.
It absolutely has changed who I became as a parent 10 years into my career. So that being said, like, I guess let me change my thought. I can't think of an example where a parent's actively or family's active habits were obstacles to a kid being physically active or playing. But in the context of what society is and the demands on adults and families to just make it, neutral, just getting by, is a negative for kids engaging. In other words, I think we're in a state now where you have to actively do something and make a decision each morning you wake up as a parent or as a leader in your family that we're going to be active today, or we're going to engage in play, and we're not just going to go about our work and our business. And that wasn't true when you and I were kids. It was run out and play. You're out till 10 p.m. when the sun's down, come back for dinner.
Yep.
Again, we were surrounded by this is just what you do. Sure, sometimes we go inside and play Nintendo, right? After a couple hours, our parents say, go outside, but that was the culture of what happened. And now, because we're not surrounded by that, I think as parents, we actually have to find outlets to give us that influence, because the main influence around us might be more of what you're talking about, which is a more sedentary, less physically active way of being as a family. I mean, I think about tons of families I've worked with who our whole work in PT together is figuring out how to get their 7-year-old daughter with Down syndrome able to ride bikes with her brothers, right? And when it wins, it's because the parents are proactive enough to say, yeah, we got to find funding for this bike that needs a little extra equipment so that she can pedal. And the payoff's grand because, I'll get an email, or they'll come in next time with a video of them out in the trails riding and their daughter with Down syndrome keeping up with the brothers. I mean,
Cool.
I would say that, as I'm talking, is the subset of families of children with disabilities, long-term disabilities, are doing that wake up every morning and proactively say, we're going to be about this today.
Yeah.
It's not a passive role. And maybe that's a great model for us.